It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. I have not had a Wylam beer in such a long time. And I'm really quite excited because I have one. The wonderful Rita's Cafe have sent me another beer, which is very cool of them. And I want to thank them for their patience too, because these beers arrived over a week ago. I've been to GBBF, I've been brewing with Brew York, and this is the first chance I've had to get round to them. So thank you very much for your patience, Rita's Cafe. This is Jakehead Supercharged IPA. It's in a 440 milliliter can, 6.3% ABV. Brewed in Newcastle upon Tyne. I was talking to a Norwegian just yesterday about Newcastle, because apparently you used to be able to get a ferry from Newcastle to Bergen that took about 24 hours many years ago. And it's a real shame because I like to go to Bergen. I've brewed in Bergen a few times myself. And if I want to go to Bergen from South Wales, I've got to fly to Amsterdam, and then I fly up to Bergen. And it's quite costly, isn't it? And quite time consuming. So we were just chatting just yesterday, me and Rune from Norway, about the happier times where you used to be able to get a ferry from Newcastle to Bergen or Bergen to Newcastle. Look at this beer though. Let's not talk about travelling around anymore. Let's concentrate on what we have in our hand here. This looks absolutely fantastic. 2-finger white head. Absolutely fantastic. Lovely, hazy looking IPA. Lots of kind of micro sediment floating around in the glass there. Absolutely fantastic. And all that sediment, little particles of yeast, maybe a little bit of kind of other things going on there, maybe a touch of hop extract, but it means the can's second fermenting. It's the second fermentation process that's going on in the can, and that just helps to kind of carbonate the beer naturally. But look at that haze. Look at that haze. Looks wonderful. Whenever I've had a Wylam beer, they've been absolutely top notch. So let's get the aroma on this one then. Whoa, yes. That is just juice. Just juice. Wow. Tropical, pineapple, grapefruit. But really soft and pillowy. You know, this could be a Verdant, or this could be a Cloudwater. Could be a Polly's Brewco beer. I'd say, quite rightly, Wylam are right up there in that kind of regard, producing great beer. In fact, I'm going to the London Craft Beer Festival this coming Friday, so it'll probably be about the same time I post this video actually. So if I see the Wylam boys down there, I'll go and say hello to them. But that smells fantastic. Let's dive into this one then. Cheers, everybody. Wonderful. Stone the Crows. Stone the Crows. What a beer. What a beer. Super soft, super drinkable, super lovely. It's right, as I just mentioned with the aroma, it's right up there in terms of quality. Loads of oat going on. Loads of creaminess, loads of kind of great mouthfeel. Carbonation pushes the beer around the inside of the mouth, releases more of that flavour. It begins... It begins with a little bit of sweetness, a massive middle to the beer, huge middle, And then I suppose there's a little bit of bitterness on the back end, a little bit, but they're concentrating this beer on the flavour, that middle. So if it was a seesaw, remember the children's playground, we always used to go on them, didn't we? Yeah, they were seesaws, weren't they? So the sweetness would be over here, the bitterness would be over here. The actual bit in the middle that's making the seesaw work, making it rock back and forth, all the hinge and everything. The main part of the seesaw actually is the main part of this beer. The middle is the main part of the beer. It's holding everything together. There's all of what's going on with the seesaw, all of what's going on with the beer is in that middle. It's tropical, it's soft, it's juicy, there's pineapple flavours coming through, tin pineapple, like you just opened up a tin of pineapples and you've kind of drunk the juice. Grapefruit, tangerine, mango, orange peel, little bit of bitterness. Where would I drink this beer? So it's 6.3% ABV. Well, I want to talk to you about sessioning beer next, because the very thought of sessioning beer is what I'm all about. It used to be the school of thought years ago, especially when I was kind of in my late teens, early 20s, that a beer at over 5.2%, so like a Stella Artois at 5.2% ABV, that was your maximum kind of level of what you would maybe want to session in a beer. And anything kind of over that, if you drink too much of it, of course, you may end up kind of falling over on the disco floor or you know, that sort of thing. Tipping. I remember my dad once, we went out on a stag do. My dad loves to drink, and he dropped his curry and chips on the floor, and his immediate reaction was to bend down and pick it all back up and put it in the tray. And I was like, Dad, no, don't. And it's just kind of like too many kind of strong beers type of thing. But the school of thought used to be 5% ABV, 5.2% ABV. The reason why I'm bringing all this up is because just Monday gone, 2 days ago, I went to my local craft beer bar to launch their 3rd anniversary beer. Some of you might have seen the video. And after I filmed that review, I stayed for 3 hours after, and I drank that 6% IPA, the 3rd birthday celebration for Craft Republic. I must have had about 3 or 4 of them, you know, your 2/3 type of thing. And then I had 3 stouts, which was 6% ABV. And then I went back, because it'd be rude not to, wouldn't it? And I had another birthday beer. And I quite happily walked home. I was quite fine. It just shows the talking about session strength beer. There's no real kind of limit, is there? I mean, I suppose double IPA, 8% ABV is kind of too much maybe to session. But long story short, I think I could session this. I really think I could. And the question is, would I want another one? Absolutely, it's great beer. So that's a look at Jakehead, a supercharged IPA from Wylam. Fantastic beer. I'm gonna rate it. Thanks again to Rita's Cafe for sending the beer. It looks good, it smells good, it tastes wonderful. I like that enough to give it a Stone the Crows 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box, subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews, give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom, cheers.